Hello, Dragonfly, the broken robot, and anybody else who wants to learn how I play Pictures of You by The Cure. I'm going to try and talk you through the main points of playing the song. And it starts with changing the tuning on your ukulele. So I happen to have one with a low G. I'm sure you can play it just fine on one with a high G. But we're going to take our A string and we're going to detune it down to a G so that you'll hear that when we strum it now, it makes an open C chord. It's just like a Portuguese cavaquinho's sort of tuning spacing. Not in the same key, but same idea. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other instruments that use a similar tuning. But doing that, you're now going to be playing all your chords without ever touching this bottom string. The only time you're going to touch this bottom string is in the riff that repeats throughout the song that we'll get to. So, for the most part, the song only has 5 chords. It starts on G, which again, we're leaving the bottom string open. And I suggest playing the G just like this for reasons that will become apparent in a minute when we do our opening riff. Then we're going to go to F, play just like a normal F with that open string on the bottom. And then C is not touching anything, nice and easy. We have D minor, fingered just like a regular D minor would be. We just have that different sound with our open string on the bottom. And we're going to slide up 2 frets for E minor. And that's really all there is to it. The only other thing that I do in the beginning of the song is on the G, I slide up 2 frets to get a little bit of the melody of the opening, which sounds like this. So again, it's just that G with those 2 strings, sliding up 2 more frets. And the reason that we're going to finger it like this is because in that second part of the opening riff, we want to follow the melody of the song that goes. And by having our fingers right here, we don't ever have to lift our middle finger. So the whole intro will sound like this. To the C. Now you'll notice on some chords I'll lift fingers on and off to get little variations. Play it however comfortable you are. Next is the trickier part of the song because we're going to have a few measures of just the C to F. Putting my finger down on the 3rd fret on our 3rd string there to jazz it up a little bit. But now we're going to go into the tricky riff. So for this riff that's going to reoccur throughout the song, we're going to be using the 7th, the 5th, and an open fret on the bottom string there. So it sounds like this. And then we're moving up a string on the 3rd, 1st, and an open fret for the rest of that melody. Now you may want to just practice getting your fingers quickly to those frets for a while before combining it with the chord. When we are doing it with the C chord, since our C chord is open, it is a little more natural. On the second part, we're having to put our finger down on the 2nd fret on our top string here for the F. So it's a little trickier to get your finger there in time. To then use the 3rd, 1st, and open frets for the second part of that melody. But after practicing for a while, muscle memory should kick in and you'll get used to it. So that's the trickiest part of the song. The next part that changes is right before the bridge, switching to the G to F, which is fairly simple. It's that part that goes, if only I thought of the right words. And then after the next time we do that riff, we're going to hit the bridge, and our chords are going to go from the C to the D minor, sliding up 2 frets for the E minor, to the F, back to that E minor, back to F, to our G, to the F, and you'll repeat that twice. And that's pretty much the gist of the song. The only thing I add that's kind of minor is on our final C chord, to jazz that up a little bit, I hit the 2nd fret on my C string so that it sounds like this. And then I just strum the harmonics over the 12th fret to finish it off. But just use this as a, basic way to turn this song into your own. Doing it exactly like everyone else is a little boring in the long run. But I hope this helped. I'm going to have a PDF of all the chords posted in the video description. And if you have any questions that I didn't cover, feel free to just drop me a comment, and hopefully it was helpful. All right, take care.